Do you ever feel like you miss out on big moves in stocks? Like this recent weekend when we seen, or this recent week when we seen Microsoft run up about 2.5%. We've seen runners in SPY, we've seen Tesla run up. In this video, I'm gonna go over how you will be able to catch those trades with this really simple trading strategy without wasting any time. Let's jump right in. So we can see that I posted this earlier this week. I think this was on Thursday in our stock trading group. And I'm going to show you guys how I was able to determine that Microsoft would run pretty nicely on that trading day. So let's jump onto TradingView. And I like to add a couple free indicators. The first one is this one right here. It's called the regression trend. And the next one is this one. It's called extended line. If you go to the left hand side of the screen and go to the trend indicators, you can find it here, extended line and regression tool. If you favorite them, they'll come right here. So first, I'll go to the replay feature and go back to 8:30 in the morning. So this will be total transparency. So I can show you guys, you would have seen this even in pre-market. Now, what I like to do is I go to a higher time frame. What most traders miss and what I missed for so many years is that higher time frames is what most professional traders use. Therefore, that's where you should be finding your key levels. So we can see that Microsoft has these upper and lower trends. It goes higher. There's a downtrend right here, but we just look at the most recent trend. So we can see that currently Microsoft is on an upper trend. It's going higher. So since it's on an uptrend, we get the regression trend tool. We click on it, come down here, find the low of the recent trend to the high of the recent trend. And it gives us something like this, but I don't really like this. So I get the trend tool here and I place it at these levels. So I'm gonna just clone them, bring another one here, and then I'll get rid of this old one. So now we have a support and resistance line. You can turn this green if you like as support. Now let's lock them in place so they don't move around too much. So let's lock that one and let's lock this one in place. And then what I like to do is, it's kind of weird, but you gotta hide it and then bring it back. This is the only way in which it will not move around too much when you change time frames. Now let's go to a lower time frame and we can see that Microsoft is coming towards this lower trend. So do that. When you go to the time frame you want, just hide it and bring it back so it'll find the exact area. Now, we can see it's right at our support area. Number two thing I do is I go to our next indicator, and this is the indicator that I created that finds our supply and demand zones or our support and resistance levels. I turn that on, but I start from a higher time frame and work my way down. So I go to the 1 year time frame first, the 12-month, and we can see that there's a resistance up here at 291.99. No support that we can see on this chart. So next I go to the 1 month. I turn that on and we can see we have a support area around here right below our trend line. We keep that in mind. If we zoom out a little bit, which you should be doing, always zoom out and look at your trend. Where do you think this is at? It's more of a support area right now and a better area to buy, and your risk to reward is much higher. So we'll just let this trade play out, and that's basically it. We can see that it was supported by both the trend line and the support area, and this ended up being a perfect trade. It came right to our predetermined resistance area. It ran for over 2.5%, and this trade in options would be over, I don't know, maybe 200%. And that is it, guys. So that's what I do every time that I trade. I find my lows and highs, find a trend, and I try to follow the current trend. And I like to use higher time frames. Same thing with my support and resistance. I go to my 12-month and work my way down. If I can't find any good areas in the 12-month, we go to the 1 month, then we go to the 1 week. All right, guys, that is all for this video. I hope you guys learned something. If you did, please comment down below so the algorithm pushes it to other people. And that is all. Have a lovely day.